that, be outstanding, think outside the box. I want to defer here and I'll give my perspective. Let's go ahead. Uh, Creating within the box is what I actually do, and I found my niche in. And it's an analog I've created for redesigning old jewelry. Maybe the most basic thing turns out to be the most beautiful thing. So, it's not about always going all out. It's just staying here within thought process that, when we redesign a particular piece of jewelry, we are also helping the industry by reviving its art and, adding value to the wealth that already exists. The whole idea is that, it's not always important to think out of the box and be extraordinary and blah blah. And, here is the example, we have almost 50 plus different versions of the same elements that lied in a box. So what I'm trying to say is, we belong to a beautiful industry. Please find what drives you, what works for you, finding your own horizon, and be authentic, because I think authenticity in our industry is the most demandable virtue.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello.
And a warm welcome to this guest session this afternoon. So today we have with us Ms. Poonam Goenka, a proud GI alum.
Yes.
Someone with 15 years of experience in the industry. She has two labels under her name, JohariPoonam and Phenix by JohariPoonam. Two very different categories. One which creates jewelry depending on what are their clients' requirements, bespoke jewelry, and the other is working on heirloom jewelry, something that's already there, and she recreates those. So that's the kind of experience she gets. A lot of families approach her for because she's a GG, so a lot of identification requests for specifically what I understand and the creation of jewelry. So today she is here with us to take us through her journey and the work that she's been doing, and of course for all of us to get inspired from this journey. So over to you, Poonam, and a big round of applause to the guests.
I don't want to give you all any too much of gyan. I would like the session to be very interactive, brief, crisp, and I would like to share my journey and just hope that I can contribute something to you all and learn something from you all. The topic that I'm going to, as Manisha ma'am already gave you my introduction, like what I do and things like that, we'll go a little further. The topic, can we go back? So creating within the box. So what exactly is a box? Next slide, please. What really is a box? We are often told to stand out, be different, be extraordinary, think outside the box. But what really is a box? Or is there really a box there anywhere? Anybody, any thoughts? Anybody wants to share? Is there a box?
Yes.
Okay. And would you like to be be outside the box, inside the box, be outstanding what? Outside the box. So that's the general thing that we've been fed, that be outstanding, think outside the box. I want to defer here and I'll give my perspective. Let's go ahead. Creating within the box is what I actually do, and I found my niche in, and it's an analog I've created for redesigning old jewelry. I would just like to share a perspective that, I really love the jewelry industry. I think we are all creating art, but at the same time, we are not creating art for the sake of art. There is a synchronization of art and business involved in this industry. So it's very important for us to know why are we doing what we are doing, what drives us, what initiates the creative process. So, there exists a synchronization between art and business in this industry. We're not just making and designing jewelry, oh, it just looks beautiful. We, of course, want to exchange value, exchange money for it. So business is a crucial part of our industry. Also, we offer creativity and value with a monetary exchange. So whenever, we are selling a piece of jewelry, we are also offering value in exchange. We play a crucial part in families creating their wealth and heirlooms. So when we create a piece of jewelry or somebody is buying a piece of jewelry from us, the whole perspective, the intention is not it's a one-time wear or things like that. It has wealth, it has gold in it, it has precious products in it, it's luxury in it. Also, our products our industry is a non-perishable product. So thus, we are creating pieces which can be passed from one generation to the other generation. So it's very important to be mindful of why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to elaborate further on it. Now, I would like to share my journey and aspects of what drives me, and why am I so passionate about this industry. So as said earlier, I belong to this industry for more than 15 years now, but since childhood, I have seen diamonds, I'm the third generation into this industry. I've seen diamonds being assorted, I've seen karigars working, putting their sweat and labor into creating a piece of jewelry. So I have great respect and I have seen how much hard work goes in creating that piece of jewelry. So my love for labor, I really value the craftsmanship that the artisan puts in the piece of jewelry. I am very fascinated also as a person with antique jewelry styles. The old art really fascinates me. I have a personal inclination towards tradition and culture. So, and also then I find a lot of unused jewelry lying in lockers of people, passed on through generations. The designs have become outdated, the size doesn't fit anymore, it's too gold, it's too blingy. So they are lying in lockers since years, not being put to use. Also, people have this skepticism towards melting of old jewelry, putting them into use, because they will think that there will be a lot of gold loss. Will we get full value for it? We don't get value for it. Let it just lie there. So all these thoughts provoked me as to what is the way out, what is the solution. Those were the internal factors. Then there are external factors which pushed me towards redesigning. One is increasing gold prices. Gold prices have seen a rapid increase since years. So now what used to cost, I always give this example. So if some jewelry piece is worth say 10 lakhs, initially 3 lakhs would be the gold amount in that and 7 lakhs would be the diamond gemstones or jarrah. Today we are at a point where if a jewelry piece is worth 10 lakhs, 70% of the amount goes in gold. So we just have to figure what we need to do with the 3%. 30%, 3 lakhs. So increasing gold prices again is pushing people to redesign or reuse what they already have lying with them. Then there is unused jewelry lying in lockers. The designs are outdated. Also the jewelry, wedding trends are changing. People used to buy jewelry for weddings, get jewelry made for wedding. But these days we have destination weddings. People don't want to carry real stuff. There is a lot of lifestyle change. People are moving abroad, traveling abroad. The younger generation no more sees jewelry as as a wealth, or it's more like a luxury product for them. The concept of resale is fading away. The younger generation realizes that jewelry is more of a luxury product than a product of wealth or has any resale. So again, they want to put to use what is already there, and they are skeptical in investing huge amounts in new jewelry now. So all these factors actually led me to redesigning jewelry. I actually found my niche there. It started giving me fulfillment, and I will just share some glimpses of pieces that we've redesigned. So to our left, this was the old piece of jewelry. Again, it's become very outdated. For the client, again, it can be a perspective. Some would say, oh, acha to hai, it's nice, but for some it would be like, nah, it's too boring, I want to change it. So from that, we created this. Again, why redesign jewelry? Because a lot of people, this client had these pieces of jewelry from her mother, her late mother. She wanted to retain the emotions. She wanted to retain something that belongs to her mother, without melting them, and yet put it to use. This is what we created out of it. Again, from a grandmother to a granddaughter, like if my grandmother wants to gift me something from her collection, but I would not like to wear something that is on the left. So I just enhance it and redesign it. We all have so many small little pieces. There are families, people, everybody has these small little pieces. So how we can put these things to use? Again, small little elements, and you just convert it into a statement piece. Old antique ear cuffs somebody had, and we just created into a necklace. So while redesigning, we have our core values, which we want to retain the original essence of the piece without changing the look totally. So that's why we don't want to melt it. It's like 0 to minimum melting, and we try to use the pieces as it is. Next, thank you. Now, I always say that designing a piece of jewelry is easy. That once you have a concept in mind, you have the sketch ready, we have the CAD CAM ready, the client's approval, or if you're making it for your collection, your own approval, and shoot, it's casted, studded, and it's ready. But redesigning jewelry is a way, way, way tedious process. Once we have a piece, I think there are certain steps which we all should be careful about. The first thing we do is we document the original piece as it is, because once it is dismantled and created, there shouldn't be any discrepancy as to, this did not exist, or, this has been changed, etc. So we assess the piece, we document it totally, clicking pictures, weighing everything. Then it's about thinking, like, that this is my box, now what do I do with it? This is where I say that, it's working within the box. And then it's about, understanding your client, knowing your client, what would they like, what would they want, what are the possibilities. Like in a piece of jewelry, where are the loose ends? Do I have to be careful about the enamel? Do I have to be careful about the pole key? Where can I solder? Where can I join? What can be added? So redesigning is a very tedious project. A redesign, like again, I would say a newly made piece just goes through one hand or maximum two hands. Like, but a redesigning piece has to go through multiple hands. It has to go to a Bengali karigar, then it has to go to a patwa, a gold karigar. There are various hands which it has to go through. So this is just a journey of a piece that I'm sharing. We had that gold bracelet, armband, and we created sketches and concept. We have to decide on what color to go for, and the piroi happens, and it's a very tedious procedure. Any questions? Yes.
Does redesigning jewelry require extra materials?
Yes, it does. So again, it depends on what you are redesigning, how much the client wants to invest in that, how much, what else is possible to add in that, and that's how it requires. There are times when we require redesign pieces adding a lot of elements. There are times when we've just changed the beading and it's completely a different look. So again, it's very relative of how much the client wants to spend and what. See, I'm not here to, say that, redesigning is the thing. What I'm trying to say is, instead of thinking out of the box, I started thinking within the box. And there is so much possibility. So, it's important for us to know what drives us and, to find our niche, our authenticity. I would like to do a small fun activity. Let's do, this is an old piece. Everybody has a paper and pencil. I'm giving you 10 minutes. Let's just redesign it. Don't think too much. Don't be very judgmental. Come on. Sketch it, doodle it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Of course, CAD CAM also plays a very crucial part in designing. So sometimes we actually create a concept, and when the client is not able to understand the 2D part, we get it redesigned on CAD. We add the elements on CAD. We put the pieces with the wax pieces and show the final look. So, of course, CAD CAM is a very crucial part of redesigning as well.
It also helps like if you want to add additional
Correct, that's what.
additional amount of person budgeting.
Correct, it definitely helps in budgeting as well. There are no specialized karigars who help me in redesign. It's our same, the Bengal, the diamond karigars, the gold karigars, the patwas who do the piroi and everything. So,
Guys,
what if the client told you, I got this during my wedding? The necklace doesn't fit my neck. I've put on weight, and the client says, also it's too much gold. Who wears so much gold these days? What are the options? That is one client brief. What if a client tells you that, you can select your own client brief from whatever I'm saying. What if one client says that, I love the gold look, I love the gold polish, but can we just enhance it a little bit? A client can come and tell you, oh, this is from my wedding, I want to give it to my daughter-in-law, at one of the occasions or events. Can you just enhance it, or how can we make it more modern and relatable to the young generation? I'm not going to judge you all. Please keep going. Maybe the most basic thing turns out to be the most beautiful thing. So, it's not about always going all out. It's just staying here within thought process that, when we redesign a particular piece of jewelry, we are also helping the industry by reviving its art and, adding value to the wealth that already exists. And it's not always necessary that a first draft is the final draft. But till we don't do that first draft, we will never reach the final design. Would anyone like to come and share their redesigned design? Please come. I am not going to be a judge of who's designed best, good, bad, right, wrong, because we have our own creativity, and I'm no judge to judge anybody's creativity here. Why do I explain everything? Come on. Okay, tell me. Yeah. Okay. So what he's done is he's just with minimum expense added just hangings below and enhanced the design a little bit. Wow. Anyone else? Come on. Come on, just come. Please come. 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 Why don't you show it? Can you see this? It's too light, but I think she can still explain.
So I took the elements on the bottom part and I just rotated it to give it a more thicker look on the side. Then in the middle is just, there are three diamonds, and then it's a hanging over here. And the earrings I just kept those into other part to just one single line. And this is a design that's there on it already, but it's just one. I just made it facing each other. I just mirrored it. Interesting. So that's that.
Interesting. Another version of working within the box. Anyone else? I'm going to hold it and yeah.
I like your idea of gifting it to somebody special. So I added some emerald beads over here to maybe give it a little bit more gravitas and some kite shaped emeralds at the bottom. I also added some diamond bullets to give it a little bit of accent to with the front and over at the back over here.
Interesting. Another version of the same element of a box. Thank you.
I just flipped it upside down and made it crown out of it.
Oh, that's such an interesting thing. See, look at this. You just flipped it and made a crown out of it. And you said that's boring?
Yeah.
Is there a modern take on it?
I will let you.
I just split it into tiny, daintier pieces, which is more usable for like today's generation, because I think that's a little intense. So I just broke it up into like a lariat, a handpiece, even a belt, and a couple of hoops.
So interesting. Thank you. Anybody else? The whole idea is that, it's not always important to like think out of the box and be extraordinary and blah blah. And, here is the example, like we have almost 50 plus different versions of the same elements that lied in a box. So what I'm trying to say is, we belong to a beautiful industry. Please find what drives you, what works for you, finding your own horizon, and be authentic, because I think authenticity in our industry is the most demandable virtue. Can we go to the next slide, please? And I'm going to end on this note that, please find your driving forces, just not exterior forces, but internally analyze yourself, that what are you passionate about, what drives you, identifying your horizons, knowing what you bring to the table. Like in my case, I know what I bring to the table. I figured out along the journey. It was not that I knew it from the beginning. So just start. Authenticity, yes, external authenticity of what you're giving, but also internal authenticity of knowing why you're doing what you're doing. And I just believe that there's a market for everyone, everything. So may we all flourish, and all the best to everyone for their journey. That was me. So on the last note, you get to decide what you want to do with your box. Thank you.